Hello everyone, just wanted to do a quick review on this Predator 4000 generator from Harbor Freight, 3200 running watts, 4000 peak watts. There have been quite a few reviews of this online. I picked it up a few years ago during some major power outages, living in California with the forest fires and firestorms, and then the high winds. The electric company PG&E shuts our power off now, so that's basically the new normal. So the generator runs pretty efficiently on fuel. You could easily get 15 hours out of a tank. Depends on the load and all of that. The stats are different depending on how much load you put on it, but it runs quite a while. It runs at least 10 hours minimum. Anyway, there are a couple little problems with it. It's very, very loud. I'll run it for you guys in a bit, but also these receptacles are only 13 amperes, which that's really not enough to run a lot of things that you might want to run. So you figure your watts, 13 amperes times volts, 120, equals your watts. So 3200 watts. Basically each one of these plugs maxes out and it pops the breaker. It may be able to handle a quick surge. What I've mainly found is it just doesn't supply the power needed. Let's say when a refrigerator or freezer kicks on, it doesn't have quite enough to get it over the top, depending on the size of it, and what else you're running. We really stretched this thing, and it functioned decent. So we needed it in an emergency. It was $300 when I got it, so I can't complain about that. And plus, you couldn't get generators anywhere. So yeah, the fuel tank's really big. I got a wheel kit for it as well. So here's this handle. It comes up. This pin pops through. Right now I have the spark plug out because I was going to look to replace it. It is a Bosch F7T C, and then the small letters are CN753. So sorry about that on the video there, but I had to make sure to get the letters right. Yeah, so do not exceed 26 amps. Yeah, all this stuff. Don't use it inside the house. This is the part that gets hot. The exhaust is right over here. It's pretty damn loud. But I'm really not going to complain because for the price, it provides you with enough power to run you can run a fridge or a freezer one at a time, really. And it's not an inverter, so it's really not meant for electrical devices and stuff. It's more for, worst case scenario, or you could run, power tools off of it, charge batteries and all sorts of stuff. It's not really a bad tool. It's just, it's not up to standard with a lot of them, especially not near the Honda like they try to compare it to. But for the price, if you don't have a lot of money, it'll get you through, and it provides enough power to, as long as you have a good cord and a good setup, you can run a fridge or a freezer off of it, but you can't run two at the same time. And it all depends, what your needs are. But anyway, I was going to just put this hour meter from Amazon on it, and just decided to figure right now's a good time to look and see what spark plug we're using and get a replacement, so when shit hits the fan, that I don't have to worry about blasting this spark plug and having nothing else. So, all right. So the spark plug is located right here behind the exhaust and under the fuel tank. So everything's pretty accessible. There's your carburetor. Obviously, when you have fuel and you leave it in here for a long time, you're going to want to use stable. I think you guys know what stable is. If you don't, look it up. It's a fuel stabilizer so that your fuel can last. Okay. I don't have a torque wrench, so just kind of getting it snug. So I'm going to install this hour meter on the Predator 4000 right now. It seems pretty straightforward. Here's the spark plug wire right here. And it looks like you just basically wrap it around it, and looks pretty straightforward. Just finding a place to mount it would be the more important step. It's about 35 decibels out here. So I've already switched on the generator. Put the choke on. Turn the gas on. And this thing is pretty heavy, so I would recommend a wheel kit. I got it for $300, so the price is right. And I just installed this hour meter. We'll see how that works out. Basically just wrap the cable around the spark plug cable, and alright, well, let's check it out. Let's see what we can get going here. So it's a 212cc engine. Oop. So it's quite loud. This is my normal voice. This is actually a loud voice, if you can hear it or not. Okay, I just shut it off.